All right, today we are in Arcadia, California, which is a city in the San Gabriel Valley. So it's going to be pretty close to Pasadena here, but we're over here on Huntington Drive, and we're going to take a look at a couple of different things here in Arcadia. Two of the more popular attractions here, which is the Santa Anita Mall and also the Santa Anita Park, which is a horse racing track. And then we're also going to take a look at the most expensive listing available here in Arcadia and the least expensive listing available as well. So we're just driving east on Huntington Drive right now. So this is one of the main streets here through Arcadia. And we're coming up on Baldwin Avenue, which is another main street here in Arcadia. Off to the left there is the Santa Anita Mall, which we'll drive through later. Alright, so here we are on Baldwin right now. And we're going to go ahead and take a left here on Fairview. So there's a few various shops and restaurants here on this street, as you can see. Not too far away is the popular Taiwanese dumpling house, Tai Fung. And this is basically the neighborhood for the least expensive listing here in Arcadia. The cheapest listing available here in Arcadia is listed as a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, and about just under 900 square feet, and it's listed for $375,000. So this is the building over here on the right. It's kind of nice, actually, right next to a park here. It's definitely an older building. So that's the building. Again, there's a unit in there. 1-bedroom, 1-bath, under 900 square feet, $375,000. So less than 1,000 square feet. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and continue on now. We're gonna drive over to the Santa Anita Mall. So this is only maybe 8 blocks away from Santa Anita Mall, so we should be there in about 4 or 5 minutes. And it gives us a chance to drive through this neighborhood. This neighborhood, mostly condos and apartments. Okay, we're here on Holly Avenue. I'm going to take a detour, something we didn't plan on, but it's pretty close to here, which is Arcadia High School. So coming up here on the right is Arcadia High School, consistently named in the top 5 to 10 top high schools in California. So if you're going to be moving here to Arcadia, this may be a reason to draw you into this particular city. Right across the street is Santa Anita Golf Course. So again, right here on the right, Arcadia High School. Okay, so we're coming up on Campus Drive and South Santa Anita Ave, and we're going to go ahead and head back over to Santa Anita Mall. And we're just going to take it right here on Duarte, which is again another busy street here in Arcadia. So we're just basically circling Arcadia High School right now. That's it on the right side here on Duarte. So they have a pretty big sports complex there for the students. Alright, so we're turning down Park. This is a typical neighborhood here in Arcadia. As you can see, a good mixture of homes, some smaller original homes, and by smaller I mean something like 2,000 square feet. And then you also find a lot of these homes, which are custom designer, extremely large homes, reaching into maybe 14,000 square feet, 10,000 square feet. That's all pretty typical here. So it's pretty common for the neighbors in this neighborhood to have a lot of people approaching them to sell their house. As you saw in the San Marino video, a lot of people and if you haven't watched that, be sure to go back and watch it. But a lot of people enjoy living in San Marino, but they end up choosing Arcadia because the building restrictions are much lighter than San Marino. So you have the opportunity to build those large homes that we just passed. Alright, so we're back here on Holly and Fairview right now. And right ahead of us is Santa Anita Park. So this is one of many gates to get into the racetrack. And this is actually where the Santa Anita Derby is held. I don't know a lot about horse racing, maybe you do, so if you do, leave me a comment below. But I was reading online that the Santa Anita Derby is considered basically part of the road to the Kentucky Derby. So if you are going to be racing in the Kentucky Derby, you may end up here first, and then maybe if you qualify, you'll end up going to the Kentucky Derby. But yeah, this is the Santa Anita Raceway. So those mountains in the back are the Foothills, not too far away from here. If you haven't seen the Pasadena video, be sure to go back and watch that one. Foothills are a great place to go if you enjoy hiking or at least trail walking. There are some great trails there in the Foothills. Off to the left here, this large complex here is the Santa Anita Mall, which we're going to go ahead and head into right now. So that's just a big shopping center here in Arcadia. Okay, so right across the way is the Los Angeles Arboretum and Botanical Gardens. All right, so again, this is the Westfield Santa Anita Mall. So you can see the JCPenney, movie theater, Nordstrom's, Gold's Gym, just a lot of different, a lot of the stores that you would expect to be inside of a mall. So this is in Arcadia. They have a pretty interesting store that I've seen here. It's called Wing Hop Fung. So if you know anything about tea or fine teas, you may know this place. Also, a lot of dried mushrooms. Going all the way, priced all the way up to $1,400 per pound. So, yeah, maybe you're familiar with it. I wasn't familiar with it. It looks like it may be a company from China. But pretty interesting. If you get a chance to go in there and take a look, I would highly recommend it. It's not something you see every day. All right, lastly, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the most expensive listing here in Arcadia. It's about 10 minutes away, so you get a chance to kind of see the rest of Arcadia. Alright, so we're just back here on Baldwin now. Again, off to the left there is the Los Angeles Arboretum. And this freeway overpass that or underpass, depending on which side of it you're on. This is actually the 210 freeway. This is the main freeway here in Arcadia. Basically runs east-west. Alright, so we're coming up on Foothill Boulevard. It's one of the main streets that go through the San Gabriel Valley. We're going to go ahead and head east on Foothill. The community that we're heading to, it's called the Whispering Pines Estates. It's a gated community, obviously. Usually the most expensive listing in these nice cities are usually gated with a guard. And we're going to go ahead and we always try to respect the residents. We're not going to go in, but at least you get a chance to see what the neighborhood looks like. Alright, so we're coming up on Foothill and Santa Anita. Okay, so on the left there you can see the sign, welcome to the Highlands, Arcadia. So this is basically the neighborhood for the most expensive listing. We'll be getting to the gate pretty soon. So the most expensive listing here in Arcadia, it's listed as around 15,000 square feet of living space, 6 bedrooms, 10 baths. It sits on almost 4 acres, actually over 4 acres of land. It's a hillside home, and it's up on the market for $22 million. So again, that's 6 bedrooms, 10 baths, around 15,000 square feet, $22 million. And it sits up above Foothills Middle School, which is what we're passing right now. So again, this is Whispering Pine Estates. Up there on your left, you can see that is the 24-hour gated security. We could go in, but we're not actually looking at the house today. If you want to get in and take a look at the few of the homes here, just be sure to click the description below or leave me a comment. But that's it. So that's Arcadia, California. And so we looked at Westfield, Santa Anita Park, Arcadia High School, the least expensive listing for $375,000, and then we ended up here at the most expensive listing for $22 million. So thanks a lot for watching. I hope to see you on the next video, and then be sure to go back and watch the Pasadena and the San Marino video. Thanks again.